96.9 FM. Fresh news, smart talk, all day. The views and opinions of the hosts and guests are their own and do not necessarily reflect the position of the management and staff of Guardian Network.
From what day you may find out, certain people not like me. Everyone got us bag of thing now.
Talking Heads with Naughty is brought to you by BTC, Burger King, the Cancer Treatment Centers of America, Fine Threads, John's Department Store, Joker's Wild, KFC, Nassau Cruise Port, Naughty Johnny's, Percy's and Games, Sun Oil Limited, and Tropical Gyros.
Me just a do it like Nike. Me just a do it like Nike. Them want poison me, throw me thing up.
And good afternoon, good day. Happy Thursday, Happy New Year. This is Pearly in the house for Talk Thursdays, Guardian Talking Heads on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM. It's so good to be back here with you. It's so good to be in 2024. How you doing? Cold out there, yeah, I know. I remember one time ago when I was younger, when I first got home from college, I didn't feel the cold. Ooh, age. They say the same, but a number they joking. Age is something. So what's happening, everybody? How everybody doing? I trust everybody had a wonderful Christmas and brought in the New Year nice. I mean, not everybody. Some sad things are happening for the New Year, but for most part, I hope that everybody had a good Christmas. Everybody remembered what the reason for the season was, and that everybody also got what they wanted to get. Had a good time? I had a quiet Christmas. Kind of quiet Christmas spent with family and some friends. Got a time to spend with my kids and my grandson and my mom and sisters. Did some nice things, you know. And we do usually do a family gift exchange amongst me, my sisters, my kids, and my mom. So that was a fun time. We took Christmas pajama pictures. Yeah, they got me in them. But it was nice. It was fun. It was good. It was great. And family is important, you know. So it was wonderful to do that with my family. I had to watch my grandson open his gifts, to watch the joy in his face. You know, I always give him the best of gifts. It ain't about the money, it's about the gift. You have to look at the gift. You don't look at the cost. You could be a little cheap gift, but they'll love that more than the most expensive gifts. But that was wonderful. So I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. 2024 promises to be a good year for us, I hope. So, but those are what we make of it, you know. We can't rely on the government to do it all for us. We got to do some things for ourselves to make our 2024 a good year. So, you know, we did talk about New Year's resolutions and all that, what we want to see. So a lot of people had their views on what they wanted to see for the new year and how they wanted to see 2024 go. So I'm glad to see that. So what's happening in The Guardian this morning? You know, I even tell you let's see what's going on in The Guardian this morning. On the front page of The Guardian, 2 more shot dead. Boy, 4 murders in 3 days. You know, they tell you on pace. This is serious pace if we continue like this. Lang exonerates PM's Lyford Key speech. Al-Qaeda hits back after departure tax criticism. Pintard, PM using inflation as an excuse to stall on FOIA. Freedom of Information Act. On the business, Al-Qaeda hits back after departure tax criticism. Clarifies the departure tax for Bahamians leaving the country has not increased. Notes that Bahamians will, however, be subject to a new $2 tourism enhancement levy. Sharicia Roll is the new Western Air CEO president. High energy costs, inflation dampens small business profits over holiday period, and FlexJet promotes helicopter service to the Bahamas. Please make me understand this now. Brother, you went to SAC, man. I'm trying to figure out how this works. Departure tax for Bahamian leaving the country has not increased. Okay, fine. It's all semantics here or words. So the departure tax is not increased. The departure tax. But there's a new tourism enhancement levy. In other words, a new tourism enhancement tax. So in essence, you're still paying $2 more, whether the departure tax went up or not, in tax. But we use the word levy. It's a levy. It's not a tax, it's a levy. Just be straight up, man. Just be straight up. Just be straight up. We want to Nassau Cruise Sport and Zaymar Production presents the Phil Stubbs Live this January 13th. Also performing is Nisha LLS and Ira Store and the Spank Band. Tickets are $50 general admission, $75 VIP. Available BahamasTickets.com. At the Plantation Bar and Grill, Cave Heights, and Miniso Mall, and Miniso Mall and Marathon. Doors open at 7 p.m., showtime at 9 p.m. All shows three times per show. I'm supposed to read that 3 times per show. Oh boy, don't kill me for that one. Oh Lord, that's I'm crawling under the table now. Nassau Cruise. Let's check. I checked out Phil Stubbs. Then Phil Stubbs did his first concert back in '96, I think it was. And we had it at the Radisson. Oh man, that was fun. And he has some wonderful songs. So it's nice to have it out there. Be a little cool, but it'll be a nice performance, nice show. So let's check it out. See what's happening out there. So John Canoe is come and gone. We know our winners. Text says, Happy New Year, Pearly, all the best. Thank you, my brother. We know our winners, but I want to talk about John Canoe. I'm not interested in talking about the results. No, we're not going to talk about the results. We're not going to talk about the groups. We're not going to talk about the Valley Saxons, Roots, Family, Genesis, Prodigal Sons. No, we're not going to talk about them. I want to talk about John Canoe. Because everywhere I go, there's a talk about whether John Canoe should be going in the Zone John Canoe Stadium. Some people like it, some people don't like it. What I saw on Bay Street is some huge costumes and huge A groups. When I'm talking about huge, the banner was by East Street and the back line was still down by Frederick Street. Huge. Has John Canoe outgrown Bay Street? Are the costumes too big? Are the groups too big? Or is it just fine? Is it just fine? Do we want to put restrictions on the size of costumes? Do you want to limit how many lead costumes, how many off the shoulders, how many step downs? Or is it fine? Are the groups too big? Is Bay Street too small now? Do we want to move it? I've heard both. One argument against not moving it, and this is from my son, and I found it quite interesting. The culture, and culture is not just the John Canoe. It's the things that are surrounding, things that we do that makes it that completes the culture of John Canoe. And he says one of the components of the culture of John Canoe is people walking over East Street and Market Street and Blue Hill Road to come to John Canoe. And walking from pretty long distances. But cannot afford to pay for the tickets, so they chill out on Shirley Street where you can see it for free, or parts of Bay Street where you can see it for free. Are we going to take that away from them if we move John Canoe to a stadium? Is it like that? I thought that was an interesting argument. And I thought about it, a lot of people walk over the hill to John Canoe. A lot of people park. I saw people park on a corner of Nassau and Meeting Street and walk to John Canoe. I don't live too far from there. I mean, I've walked to and from John Canoe before. Last year I walked from John Canoe home. This year catch ride. Each. But and let me know what you think. 323-6232, 323-6232, 325-4316, 325-4316, 325-4259, 325-4259, toll 3-242-300-5720. That's 242-300-5720. Text line sponsored by BTC is 422-4796, 422-4796. I don't know what y'all think about it. Do we leave John Canoe where it is? Do we talk about moving John Canoe? Tell me what you think. Mr. Producer, we got a call on the line? Let me know what you think. Call you on the air. How you doing?
Hey, Pearly, doing well, man. How you doing?
I'm good, my brother. What's up?
All right. There seem to have been a lot of discrepancies and misunderstanding, or it looks like there's some kind of nepotism going on in John Canoe. I mean, I would rather say it the way I believe it is, in Junkanoo. There seems to be more junk in it than the actual canoe. How far is this going, and when is it going to stop? Because every year there's complaints after complaint, and people are tearing up the place. I saw a video of someone just destroying the fence and enjoying the junk canoe, but enjoying the music. So is this something, is this like I am told it is by some of my superiors that it is a Lucifer experiment?
I don't know about that. No. That's part of our culture. Now, some people get all excited about the music and they jump up on things and don't think about it. And so you have that odd cake. But that's not generally how it's done. So we can't let what one person do affect the whole total outlook of Junkanoo. And I see some people stand up on the wall and stand up on the railing and balancing and jumping up, and I'm like, come on. Apart from falling to hurt yourself, you know, it's kind of destructive. But I understand the point you're raising there.
But you know, you're saying it's our culture, right? Okay, good. Let's see.
And when I say I'm saying Junkanoo is our culture now.
Yeah, good. I'm talking about Junkanoo.
Uh-huh.
Now, if it's our culture, what does it say about our culture if we cannot have the parade without any police present?
That doesn't say about our culture. That says about some of our people, which is a little different. Because 99% of the people who come to Junkanoo come out there for the culture of the music to enjoy it. You have them small bunch of young hooligans who freak out and carry on stupid. But that don't mean that doesn't reflect our culture. Because if you look at, you just take a look at it now. Everybody in the bleachers, people, all the family people and stuff, they come to see Junkanoo enjoy it. They ain't come to do stupidness. But you have that couple, so until we get the understanding, and if you move it to a stadium, you still got the same thing. Do you?
Yeah, no, I'm just fearing, I feel that small percentage of people is the junk in Junkanoo.
Yeah, that probably is the junk in Junkanoo, and that's something that we, first of all, we as a people can't say, hey, we ain't tolerating that. Because it ain't like me, it ain't like some of us don't know who some of them are. You know what I mean? We from a certain area, and if I see a crew with Chipping On Boy, I know them Chipping On Boys, so why, if I don't go back, say, listen, man, why y'all coming here to carry on? You see, I saw some of I got my young soldiers from Chipping On at Junkanoo. Hey, Mr. T, how you doing? Blah, blah. And they hail me. I said, y'all behaving yourself? I said, now behave yourself. Whether they listen to me or not, the point is I try to instill on them behavior.
Why do you think you had to say that?
I said that to all young people. And because I was told to me when I was young, behave yourself and you go out.
Yeah, okay, thanks, man.
Okay? All right, my brother. Thank you. I like that call. I like that. I like that. Dexter says, good afternoon. For 10 years now, there have been other things we must consider, such as comfort, safety, parking, concession stands, bathroom facilities, spacing, traffic disruption, available seating, and other things. Bay Street is old and done with. That's one person's opinion. They think Bay Street is old and done with. I don't know. We got another call on the line, Mr. Producer. Let's see what they got to say. Caller, you on the air. How you doing?
Yeah, how you doing, man? Thanks for taking my call.
Yes, sir.
Listen, you hit the nail right on the head. You know, that's a very interesting question. Is Bay Street too small for Junkanoo, right?
Uh-huh.
And I asked a permanent leader of one of the Junkanoo groups. They say Bay Street is really too small for this type of a raid that have. I mean, look how long it takes for these groups to come out, right? When I was growing up, they could do 2 and 3 laps. I think they only do 1 right now.
No, they do 3. They do 1 up Bay Street, 1 down Shirley Street, then 1 up Bay Street again.
Okay, but when I was growing up, they used to do 3 all the way around.
That changed. See, but that attests to
3 laps. I'm talking about 3 laps. I'm talking about 3 laps.
Yeah, but when remember now, when we were younger, the groups weren't as big and there weren't as many groups.
Right.
Okay.
That's my point, right?
Okay.
But now I asked him that question. He said, "Now listen, when the groups get on Bay Street, the buildings what are there is the music." He told me the music bounces off these walls, and then you get a acoustic type of
yes, the acoustics is
sound.
perfect. Yes, the acoustics is perfect. Yes.
Right. So he said if you probably go into the open, you might get that same effect. So
no, you won't.
That was like I said. Well, you know, you have a point. You have a point there. But I still think, in my opinion, had Bay Street really too small. Unless we could build maybe we could get that acoustic sorted out. I think that'd be perfect because the parking is terrible. car, I want to park my car anywhere and then have to walk way half a mile down to Jungle and then don't know what's going to really happen in my car when I get back.
Boy, I found a perfect spot to park. There's a young man was watching this parking lot. A little pricey, $20, but for safety, I don't mind the $20. I know, but for safety, I didn't mind the $20, right? And I parked my car there, and the brother was right there waiting on me. I tell him, but I ain't got no money in me, right? I get paid when I come back. So I was making sure, right?
That worked?
If it worked, that fella was sitting right there waiting on me for his money. I mean, there's other cars in the lot too, but he was right there, and my car was good. I was comfortable with that. I did it box.
But I think, that's a good point, and I think they really have to consider that, because I think, like you said, the stalls, and I think it'd be better. But you could streamline it. You could have stalls. You could have parking that in park in one area and the Junglers on this area, and then you could walk up. Or matter of fact, you could park in one area and the bus could bring you up. That could be another thing we could think about.
But all of that could be done for Bay Street as well. You could arrange a parking facility at Fort Charlotte with security and everything to watch the cars. And then you could run a bus service into Bay Street. The bus service can run right straight to Hilton Hotel. And you walk out from there, and it runs, they say, every half an hour or every 15 minutes before Junkanoo, and then after Junkanoo, after Junkanoo starts, every half an hour.
Okay, that's
an idea thrown out. That's an idea.
That's a good thing.
I think if we sit down and look at logistically how to make it better for Bay, because let me put my opinion on there. I won't stay on Bay. It's just to say you going down Bay to see the parade on Bay on Rawson Square. That I grew up all my life seeing it like that.
But myself too.
So if we could sit down logistically, and organize some things a little better to make the experience of Junkanoo, not just the music but everything, a much better experience.
Right.
And then look at how the groups can adjust to make sure that it's even a better flow and a better parade for Bay Street. And I think we can make it work. That's my opinion.
But the thing is, I don't want the acoustic to go away because I love music.
Listen, and that's the argument.
I really don't want to compromise that.
If you talk to a drummer, to any drummer or bella, they can tell you that acoustics off those buildings is what they want. I think they moved Junior Junkanoo to Queen Elizabeth and it didn't work.
That's what I think. I hope we can improve it. And it's not very the good idea. Let's bust people down and get this thing sorted out and. But the groups are very beautiful now. I don't care whether you're Voxy, Sally Boy, whatever. The groups, these fellas, they know their stuff, man. They know their stuff. I mean, these young fellas coming up with some stuff I never seen when I was growing up.
Yeah.
I told my wife, listen, man, we have some genius in
There's some really talented young people in this country, some talented people in this country.
They're genius, man. They're genius. They're just talented. I guys can't believe what I be seeing sometimes.
And not in just one group, across the whole spectrum of Junkanoo, from the A into the B, all the groups.
I tell you, man, it's incredible,
Yes.
But anyway,
okay, my brother.
Thanks for taking my call, man.
Thanks for calling. Appreciate it. All right. So this is getting real interesting now. Some people want to move off base. Some people want to stay. Let's find out what this next caller think. Caller, you on there?
What's up, Paulie? Happy New Year.
Hey, St. Petersburg. How you doing, my brother?
Man, just chilling, man. Just trying to get these dogs cleaned up. These feet, get my feet done. Hey,
gotcha.
Hey, look here, man. Hey, I wasn't there now, but I host a Junkanoo party, man. I get a 70-inch screen, man. I had all the Bahamian people over there. And
okay.
Some foreigners, man. So we had a good old, had some one of my homeboys came over and bring some crab, man. We had a good old time, man.
Wonderful. Man? See, that's how you continue to live in the culture. Yes.
Man, look here. Like I said, I'm disappointed. I thought the Wally would at least win one, man.
That's sort of, they say that's the way the cookie crumbles.
I feel you. So it's politics. It's all politics. Yeah, man. But everything's fine. Starting the new year off right, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir. Good to hear from you, man.
Yeah. Hey, but like I said, man, I feel like moving the Junkanoo from Bay Street, just like moving the Mardi Gras from out of New Orleans to take it wouldn't be the same, man.
I got you.
I understand that the groups are bigger, but if you take it from Bay Street, it'll never be the same. Another thing with the traffic, I think the government should ban all cars out there and just use public service, and cut down on some of that traffic, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's trying to get to the Nassau, and then you park it, like you say, you park your car somewhere, you don't know if your car can be there when you come back. You know, because the criminals, they looking for opportunity. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I said, I found a wonderful spot. I want bribe with my spot because I want people taking next year and I can't find no parking. So if you want to know about the spot, just call me personal.
Man, I had a good 2 years, Boxing Day Junkanoo party, man. It was, man, I had
wonderful.
Man, look, I had so many people parking on other people. The police and the main car, people parking on other people's lawn. Man.
Oh, Lord of mercy. Okay.
Yeah, well, I enjoyed myself, man.
That's good, man. Glad to hear that.
Yeah.
All right.
Good to hear from you, man.
Take care. All right.
Enjoy Wally.
Talk to you soon, my brother. You take care.
All right.
Okay. Trying to get me in trouble. Yeah, but so it's a cultural thing. So do we want to kill that cultural thing, or do we want? I mean, that's what some people think. Some people, moving it, like he said, it could change. When we come back, I have another idea I want to talk about for Junkanoo. We're going to take our first break. When we come back, I'm going to talk a little bit about shacks and groups and how we can make it better for them. This is Pearly. It's Talking Here Thursday on Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. We'll be right back.
Just like every Christmas, let KFC bring all your favorite family members together at the table with you. The essential one, the one bringing the chicken. Get that fried chicken holiday vibe with a juicy festive big box loaded with 2 pieces of your favorite fried chicken, 4 pieces of our real nuggets of 100% white meat, fries, a biscuit, corn, a delectable strawberry parfait, and a medium soda. Make your Christmas unique with the taste of KFC.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We are now inviting passengers on board for the new JetBlue CIBC First Caribbean credit card. Earn up to 30,000 bonus TrueBlue points with your first transaction and earn on everyday purchases. Plus, get up to 10,000 anniversary bonus points every year after. Please fasten your seatbelts and prepare for takeoff. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/JetBlue for more information on where Blue can take you.
Jingle all the way around the world with Shell this Christmas. Win $30,000 in prizes when you spend $20 in fuel at any Shell location now through January 5th. Enter now to win 2 round-trip tickets to the Miami Dolphins and Buffalo Bills game, or see the world with a $5,000 travel voucher. Weekly winners will be selected to win thousands of dollars in free fuel, grocery, and many more fabulous prizes. Fuel up and get your receipt for a chance to win with Shell now through January 5th, 2024.
Play with Island Games, we making dreams come true. Play with Island Games, we paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market, you getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy, and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first, guaranteed to pay. Island Games, we like them other jokers. We've been here from the start, from the bike to computer. Island Games, we gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
Nassau Cruise Port presents Phil Stubbs Live at the all-new Nassau Cruise Port Amphitheater, January 13th. Gates open at 7 p.m., showtime 9 p.m.
Book your tickets now at BahamasEtickets.com.
General admission $50, 75 VIP. Prepare to be blown away as we kick things off with one of the Bahamas' beloved artists. You're raking and scraping with Ira Store, Nishi LS, and Phil Stubbs Live.
Sponsored by Collect and Ron Ricardo. Nassau Cruise Port, the place to be.
Yes, sir. We're back. Hey, don't forget Jokers Wild. They got Peter Georgian until the 14th of January. I heard he's pretty funny at Atlantis Paradise Island. They open Tuesdays to Sundays. Doors open at 8:15, shows at 9. It's a mature subject matter, so 18 plus, okay? And payment methods for tickets only cash, and all major credit cards accepted except American Express. That sounds cool. And don't forget that oven toasted turkey at Dunkin' Donuts. Gotta be good. They always send me these things that make me hungry. And then the jalapeno rodeo, the new jalapeno rodeo burger is here and is ready to To ride your taste buds in a frenzy, the burger is packed with flavor from the crispy onions and barbecue sauce and the fried jalapeno. So saddle up and get ready for a wild ride. I get from one of them right after the show. Calling you on the air. What's happening?
Hey, pretty.
Hey, brother, what's happening?
Right here, buddy. But I like your topic.
Thank you.
But I know in my young days, they used to do 3 laps for real now.
Yeah, but I remember now, you only had 2. You only had but 4 A groups, and you had a lot of groups. So.
Yeah, but like the only thing that was in that big, and the costume, some of them was in that big.
Yeah, so the costumes have grown exponentially. There's a lot more, more members there. You would probably had 1 or 2 leads. Now you got, I think, 4 leads or something. If I'm correct, I could be wrong.
Yeah, they little big. That front line one, that banner one,
huge. I remember when the banner was a flat little thing.
Yeah, they big now.
I remember the banner was flat little thing. 2 fellas hold and they dance around and that. Ronnie Cash and them. Dance around and that and everything. Now you got this big, huge thing you're pushing as a banner.
Now the idea what you was thinking about the parking. They have the Southern Recreation Ground right there. I always wonder why they never park and bust the people there and have security watch your car.
Fair enough.
Because you want to feel good. You come out there to watch this, right? Look, you got hundreds of dollars. You got to go find to fix windshield and
or tires or whatever.
All kind of nonsense they break open your car.
Yeah, but and maybe that's something that JCNP can think about next year, implementing a bus service.
Yeah, man. If they have good security, plenty of people will come. And just like you say, bus them there or whatever.
And you pay the little $5 round trip or something. When you buy your ticket, you get a bus stub that will pay for the bus.
Yeah, you come right there and drop you right there for $1 or whatever. And you get back and. That's a good idea. Like the previous caller said, I like to come look at those costumes, man. They even look at some very good artists.
Yeah, now JCNB, that's my idea now, remember?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, one more point I want to get across.
Yeah.
You saying about a stadium, what you mean? Build a stadium? What?
Well, if you can do a John Canoe stadium, you got to build it. You got to have an architectural design that's conducive to a John Canoe, and you build one.
Yeah, but you think you will ever see that happen?
Well, you never know.
Millions of dollars.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
Right.
If the right person is there, and that person is enough wants to believe in the culture of John Canoe, they'll do it. They'll make it happen.
Anyway, you know how Ron, we can't get some other things straight what we need money for. Anyhow, Freddie, you take care, man.
I could just put it out there. They can tell me if they can pay for it or not, man.
I'll wait and see that. All right.
Okay. Texas says, good afternoon, Pearlie. The groups need to get together and decide on the size of the costume to reduce the size of the group. They can have some rush on Boxing Day and others percentage on New Year's Day. Pearlie, did you get the nickname because you're Pearlie White? No. No, I didn't get my nickname because my Pearlie Whiteys. I'll tell you about that soon. Call you on the air. Did you go? Are you still there? Say it again.
Hello.
Hi there. How are you?
I'm good. Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you, darling. How can I help you today?
Pardon?
How can I help you?
My thoughts on Duncan. I feel
Sure.
we just need to extend the route,
Extend the route.
Remember when we were younger children? We would go. Where was that? The Duncan, because I remember my parents taking us around 6 o'clock, and you watch it from Trinity Church, on the steps of Trinity Church. And
Because they used to cut through Parliament Street.
There you go. And then it was extended.
Yeah,
remember?
then they extended it to Elizabeth Avenue.
And I believe we need to look at extending it probably to Elizabeth Avenue.
It goes, they don't rush all the way to Elizabeth. They actually, when they cross the line at East Street, they basically don't rush too much going down to Elizabeth. The rush don't be that intense.
But then that is why I'm suggesting we probably need to extend the route.
Well,
as some of the other callers have already said, Bay Street is John Canoe. And when you look at everything else that factors into it that has already been said, I believe we simply just need to extend the route. I know we got to look at PMH and all that, but I just believe the route needs to be extended.
Yeah, and that would be an issue looking at PMH and access to Princess Margaret Hospital and all that as well. Even though they can access them they do keep it open from the East Street side.
Yeah.
But I get your point.
Yeah.
I get your point.
Yeah. Okay, have a great New Year.
Thank you, dear. Happy New Year to you too.
Yes, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That's interesting. Extend the route. But you don't want to rush longer? I got to ask the fellas that. Text the crime consultant. It's a joke, and the person who is a crime consultant doesn't have a clue. The sad part is they have never heard about speaking about crime and earning 60 a year. They're joking. All right, that little deviated from what we were talking about, but I understand. Crime is an issue. Got another call on the line here. Call you on the air. How you doing? What's up?
Hey, Pearly. Happy New Year to you, my brother.
Happy New Year too, my brother. What's happening?
I just love the comments that's coming in, the suggestions. It goes to show you that Bahamians are thinking.
Yes.
About issues and thinking about solutions to some of the things.
Yes.
As persons normally say, Bahamians aren't thinkers. We are just complainers.
Yes.
But we come with solutions, and we just hope that the ears that hear, especially those in authority who have dominion over these things, will pay attention.
Hopefully.
And actually try to implement some of the things to give the people a buy-in to the solutions to what they're looking for.
Hopefully.
I said all of that to say this.
Uh-huh.
Like the previous caller said, when we were growing up, back then we used to sit on top of the stores, the roof of the stores on Bay Street.
Yes.
That's when they had trees around. But now there's hardly no trees. And, yeah, well, we know for security reasons they wouldn't want that anymore because people would try to attempt to break into their places. Extending the route is something. The route is something I think is viable. It can happen. I believe that if the seed money is that much, whereas we can get the persons to actually not just rush in front of Russell Square, but rush all the way around, like how you see the Rose Parade does. They don't rush, but their parade is all the way around to give everyone who is unable to assemble downtown, but still be able to be part of the festivities.
Okay.
You know, I believe that is something that we should kind of incentivize the groups to continue rushing straight around. It's a lot of energy, yes, I admit, but if we put the infrastructures in place to assist them in pulling that off, then perhaps everyone can enjoy the festivities of the rush as the group moves around.
Understood.
You know, in terms of a stadium, I just wanted to add this one quick one. In fact, the new stadium that was built, I actually thought from the inception that would have been a closed dome stadium.
Okay, I got you.
I think that would have been ideal for us, seeing that we have rain during certain times and we have festivities, and you know, you could close the dome and have.
Yeah, but we sell when we sell that stadium for the World Relays. We sell the sunshine and the beautiful skies of the Bahamas. I got a couple other callers calling.
Yeah, okay, man.
Thanks for calling.
Yeah.
All right. Got another caller, Mr. Producer. Call you on the air. How you doing?
Hi, Pearly. How you doing?
I'm good, darling. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm calling for two things.
Okay.
I'm calling to comment on Junkanoo. Now, the persons who are speaking about extending Junkanoo obviously don't rush.
I wasn't going to say that.
Since I was 8 years old, Pearly, and I retired, but I was like 27, I retired.
Okay.
It's very heavy with those costumes. The costumes that they had back in 1970 is completely different from the costumes that they have now.
Yes.
Do you know those pipes that they use for fence? To put defense, those pipe poles?
Yeah.
That's what they have in those costumes. Earl, I was an off-the-shoulder dancer.
Yeah, I know.
You understand? So and you have to dance?
Yeah.
So, no, I don't think it should be extended, but I agree with the gentleman who called. When they turn through Dodgeville Street, they need to rush straight through. That's what I think.
Well, they got to rest because you got to rest because you don't rush. No, listen now. It takes 70 minutes to rush from Frederick Street to East Street, and further into Elizabeth. So when they get to the drums, got to heat up. They got to rest. They got to regroup, and then they come back up. Surely
they turn through the corner. I think just rush straight through. A lot of times when they pass showtime, they just stop rushing.
That's true. That's true. I understand what you're saying.
All they have to do is rush straight through to turn through the corner of Dodgeville Street. And that's enough right there. Just tell them that you just can't, you know.
Yeah, I got you.
Just finish it off. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I do think Junkanoo has outgrown Bay Street. I like the idea of stadium, but I don't. After careful consideration and listening to some seasoned man in these Junkanoo groups, what I think they should do with the Junkanoo Stadium is we need to take the concept of carnival. There should be an entire week called Junkanoo Fest.
Yes.
And I do not understand
like
why in the Bahamas we don't have something called Junkanoo Fest.
Yeah.
Where it's just all about Junkanoo for an entire week, have concerts, and have one big rush out, and that could happen in the stadium. And it's a completely different prize. And I think Junkanoo goes to love it, and that way we will have Junkanoo year-round.
I got you.
Because right after Junkanoo Fest, when we start to get ready for the New Year's parade and so forth, which is...
Still there? Lost my caller. Next caller on the air. How you doing? Thanks for waiting. I guess they got tired waiting. Are you still there? I guess they get tired waiting, Mr. Producer. Call you on the air.
Yeah, I had a call that came through. Sorry about that.
Oh, you had a call that came through, so you cut me off. Okay.
No. It just automatically picks up. I don't know who told my iPhone to do that.
See, that's why you go Samsung, but that's okay.
Work on is a Junkanoo Fest folks that will bring in tourism, because I realize that New Year's and Boxing Day, although we have a trickle of tourists here and there, is really a domestic product.
Yes.
And I think it's time for Junkanoo to reach the place where it's international. Now, my second comment is with regards to crime. Now, the good Minister of National Security stated that we shouldn't make crime political. But wasn't he not elected to be the member of Parliament for Freetown, and isn't he not the cabinet minister? Crime is a political thing. That's why you have a position in cabinet.
Yes.
And he was speaking about a crime plan from even before he was elected. He made promises of what he could do if he was appointed. So you are appointed now. And you've done absolutely nothing. And we're in year 3 now. And it has not even been a week in January as yet. And what's the murder at? Is it 4 now?
4, yeah. 4 in 3 days.
4 murders. Mm-hmm. And it's only been, this is the 4th day of January.
1 a day. So you're on pace for 365.
You understand? This is a serious matter. And the way that he's brushing off these things is very troubling. The way he brushed off the situation with regard to the 13-year-old girl who was raped was so insensitive. Anytime he's questioned about a crime plan, Mr. Monroe always brushes it off. And it's like, am I the only one who thinks that this is this? And this is why crime is the way it is, because he's not taking the matter seriously. And we need to do something, because these are sons and daughters of the soil that are passing away. Yes, there are certain things that contribute to their life of crime. Yes, I understand that. But we have to understand that the gentleman who died was on bail for two matters.
Yes.
He was on bail for 2 matters. You're telling me that's not political? Who's passing these legislations to allow them to get that amount of bail? If you were already pending for bail for one thing, you should not be able to get a second bail.
Gotcha.
That is something that Wayne Monroe and this government, who is in Parliament, who has the majority of votes in Parliament, can change tomorrow. They could change that next week.
The next Wednesday when they go.
So I just find Mr. Monroe to be very disingenuous. It's like he does not care. And maybe there needs to be a shuffle, and maybe Wayne Monroe got to go next. There needs to be a shuffle, somebody who is more sensitive, someone who has more sense of urgency with rectifying the crime problem, because he may not feel it because it's not at his doorstep.
That.
But today it was for the woman who was crying because she was in the car driving because her car got shot up. And tomorrow could very well be him.
Amen.
These are innocent people whose lives are in danger.
Thank you.
So I just want to say that. We need to stop there. We ain't got to go. He needs to go. And I go on record for saying that.
Thank you. All right. Thank you very much.
All right. Thanks.
Okay. Next call. We got a call on there, Mr. Producer. We were talking about Junkanoo, but that's all right. Crime got in there. Junkanoo. How you doing?
Hey, Purdy, how you doing?
Hey, Sparky, what's up?
Okay. Purdy, what they said? When a person has no vision, the people what?
Perish.
And we keep saying that over and over, and nobody got the vision yet, eh?
Okay. So what you saying?
Listen to this. Back in the year 2000, I came to the idea, and I said, let me speak to some people. Let us try the independence rush. Let us do an experiment. Myself, Pat Eddie, and Ronald Sims.
Okay.
We measured the route around Frederick Street, Bay Street, Elizabeth Avenue, Shirley Street, and all that kind of stuff. We measured that. Then we measured from Malcolm Park. Hello?
I'm here.
We measured from Malcolm Park to Fitzpride to the Western Esplanade.
Yeah.
It used to go around 3 times or 3 laps around the route of Bay Street.
Yes.
And when we measured the route, it was only 400 yards longer to the fish fry.
Okay.
So the first Independence Rush, it was not named the People Rush. We tried it, and we went to the fish fry from Malcolm Park.
Yeah.
Resting along the route, and 6 o'clock sunrise, we all stopped and we rose the flag, and we sang the national anthem, and then we continued down.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
We don't have to take it off of Bay Street. We could use the whole of Bay Street instead of going around the little route what they call lap. But there ain't no lap, right? There ain't no lap. Lap is when you go around the 400 meters, a whole lap around, that's a lap.
Okay.
From Frederick Street to Bay Street can't be no lap. From Shirley Street to Frederick Street can't be a lap.
But
that's just a direct route.
In the definition of lap, you're correct. But in the definition of Junkanoo lap, that's a lap.
No, they changed that.
Well, that's a lap. That's, yes, they hear me now.
You could change anything to read the way you wanted to read.
Yeah, and that's where it's changed to.
But let's call that a lap as a lap. Okay. But what I'm saying, Ferdy, if we continue from Malcolm Park, where the park is, by the bridge, to Sydney Poitier Bridge, and we use the whole of Bay Street, it's called a parade. It's a Junkanoo parade.
Okay.
When they have carnivals around the world, they have a parade, a carnival parade.
Okay.
When they leave from one place and they end up the next place. And people along the route will be able to see everybody. For example, the people up in the East Shirley Street area and Camp Road, they could be by doggone Malcolm Park, and they could see all the groups go down.
Okay.
The people in the Central area, East Street area, and Parliament Street area, they could see when they come down Rawson Square.
Okay.
The people around Nassau Street and things like that, and Chippenham, they could see when they come down to the fish fry.
I got you.
Anybody want to see it double time, they go around the back side, pick them up in the middle, pick them up to the end, and then everybody, they go and they eat the conch salad, they boil fish, they stew fish by the fish fries where the vendors are, and the corned beef and grits and things, and then everybody go home and wait for the results.
I got you.
And at the same time, we are still using Bay Street, but we using East Bay Street Central, and West Bay Street.
Okay, I got you.
It's a vision, but nobody want to use it. They changed the Independence Rush to the People's Rush.
Yeah.
But me and Fast Eddie and Ronald Sims were the ones that went to Kayla Lockett, and we gave her, she was the director of culture at the time. That's the true story, but people don't like to admit that is the true story.
Thank you so much, Baki. I got a couple more calls. I appreciate it. But Baki make plenty sense now, everybody. It's plenty sense. Plenty sense. Another call on the line, Mr. Producer? Call you on the air. Hold on, caller. Let me just do this. Pearly, Freeport has this. Hold on, caller. Just give me a second. Pearly, Freeport has the space for Junkanoo. They have a 4-way lane, which is large, but our groups are small to compare with Nassau groups. The groups in Nassau are too large for the space they use. The stadium is something to try out. It's larger. Call you on the air. What's up? Don't listen to your radio. Listen to your phone.
How you doing?
I'm good, my brother. I'm fine. How you doing?
Listen.
I listen.
You would tell me all them police was downtown Christmas Day.
Yeah.
They robbed the Valley Boys and didn't lock them.
Now hold on. No, hold on. We ain't talking. They ain't talking results on the show. I can't let you say that. I can't let you say that. I can't let you say that.
All right.
We only talking culture. All right. We only talking the culture of Junkanoo. We ain't talking about who get robbed, who get thief, because I hear that every year. Okay.
Okay, I come off that. What I want to say is that the Saxons did a wonderful job, a good performance. As a Valley, I could say that. And I congratulate them for the New Year's Junkanoo.
Okay, thank you. All right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I don't want you to get sent. Right.
Thank you very much. We got the next call on the air. Producer, make it a Junkanoo village, not a stadium. Multi-purpose, year-round facility with street atmosphere. Call you on the air.
Hey, Pearly.
Hey, what's up? What's up?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too, darling. What's up?
Listen, have you ever been to the beginning of Junkanoo, like where the gate, where they start off?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, I have.
That is the best spot to be.
That's a sweet. Listen, the rollover is sweet. Yeah, the rollover is sweet.
That's the beginning, and especially like when they start off with the national anthem. Oh, listen. That does something to me.
I know.
My thing with Junkanoo that they need to fix is those gaps.
Yes.
I don't know how they're going to do it.
See, the thing about it is, I asked that question. It's like, why? It's the group. See, all right. Group A, and I ain't calling no name. Group A, the clock start. They have 17 hours, 10 minutes to get to East Street. If they decide to sit in the hole for 20 minutes and then rush, That on them. They got an hour and 10 minutes to get across the line without a penalty. So sometimes when you see that happen, that kind of throws the other groups out because they take longer to get out of the hole, and then the other group takes it. So that kind of causes gaps in there. And we got to work on that. It's just a matter of working on logistics. That's all.
I get that, but however, it's a spectator. You fall asleep. You get bored. And, they need to fix that gap. They need to fix that. The groups have to have that.
Yes, I understand. And maybe there's a rule got to put in to make sure the groups get out of the hole a lot quicker. So we'll see how that goes. But it's a good suggestion.
Bay Street is Junkanoo, and Junkanoo is Bay Street.
Amen, I say amen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't change that.
All right, darling. Thank you.
All right.
Texas says, hi, having Junkanoo year-round would make it stale. It's better when you have a specific time of year to look forward to. Also, having it a week would be too expensive for the government. You ain't necessarily get that. Okay, call up, text her. Hey, Junkanoo ain't never, ever, and I ain't say ever stale. You light up Junkanoo anytime, any place, any day, and people can jump up and dance. That's our culture. That in our soul. That ain't like eating pork chop or eating chicken or eating vanilla ice cream and after every day you get stale of that. No, that's my opinion, and I think plenty behemoths will agree with me. Junkanoo never, ever stale. Never, ever. Ever. I said one more time. Never, ever stale. Now, we too, and see, I like that tax to say too expensive for the government. Why the government got to pay for everything? Why it can't be organized where it pays for itself? Instead of the government coming up with the money. Because if you have in a Junkanoo village and people coming there, they got to pay and buy things. Buy souvenirs, pay to get in, whatever. And it makes it pays for itself so the government knows it's not a real expense of the government. We got to stop relying on the government and asking the government to pay for every single thing. Let's be creative. Let's do things for ourselves. Let's go to the Nassau Crew Report. They present Phil Stubbs live at the Amphitheater on Saturday, January 13th. Join Phil Stubbs, Nissi Ellis, and Ira Storr and the Spank Band for an amazing night of pure Bahamian music. Sponsored by Kalik and Ron Ricardo. General admission $50, VIP $75. Skypods also available. Get your tickets now at Bahamastickets.com. That's Phil Stubbs and friends live at the Nassau Cruise Port on Saturday, January 13th. Don't miss it. I can be there. Stress. I wish I could sing, Next texter says, say pork chop never spoil. I got you. But before we go, it's our culture. And it's what we the people want. Now, this is what I want to throw this before I go. I believe the government, and yes, this time the government should pay, give some seed money to every group so that they can build a proper shack. And when I talk about a shack, I talk about a big old building where they can put 7 of the lead costumes. They have sleeping quarters, showers, kitchen, everything, and make it a real Junkanoo shack modernized. And I think if every A group gets that and B groups gets another version of it, and you set it up, you give them the plot of land, they set up the shack, they set it up properly, they get running water, and they manage the shack. And they could be creative in how to keep their shack going by doing little fundraising events and stuff like that. That's what I really like to see happen for all the groups. I know it's a cultural thing to see this little building in the back of this one yard, in the back of Wooler yard, in the back over there and all that stuff. Yes, but if they build a nice mean shack where the banner come out of and a couple lead costumes can fit, I'm talking something huge. And you got sleeping quarters around. I think a group will already have something similar to it. And bathroom facilities and showers. Because fellas need the bed. And I think it would be a really nice thing. That's my input on that. I want to stay on Bay Street. I love Junkanoo being on Bay Street. I just think logistically we got to do some things a little different. Wonderful first hour. I was scared to bring it up. I didn't know how it was going to go, but I'm so happy for all the calls, all the texts. And we got some, I hope some people who are listening to how the people feel about Junkanoo and our culture in this Bahamas. This has been Pearly. We're going to take a break. Then it's the news. When we come back, we can talk. We love talking about sports in the 5 o'clock hour. This has been Talking Heads on Guardian Radio, 96.9 FM. Can take a break in the news. We'll be back right after the news, talking sports.
Every Christmas, let KFC bring all your favorite family members together at the table with you as the essential one. The one bringing the chicken. Enjoy a KFC festive bucket packed with 8 pieces of golden fried chicken, family fries, 4 buttery biscuits, and a half-gallon Pepsi in a free reusable beverage bag. Available for a limited time, the reusable drink bags are perfect for your future festive feasts. Make your Christmas unique with the taste of KFC.
This holiday season, come into John's for all your footwear and fashion needs, where we have women, men, and children covered for work, church, play, or the party in your life. Jewelry, handbags, and of course, gift cards in any amount make a great gift for friends and family. And there is our small appliance section. Need a new outfit for the season? Check out our John's fast fashion clothing stores. Our John's Career Store is the perfect gift shop for a nurse or anyone in healthcare. Come in store or shop online at johnsshoes.com for same-day delivery or free next-day delivery. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas, Bahamas, from John's Shoes.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
Nassau Cruise Port presents Phil Stubbs Live at the all-new Nassau Cruise Port Amphitheater, January 13th. Gates open at 7 p.m., showtime 9 p.m.
Book your tickets now at BahamasEtickets.com.
General admission $50, 75 VIP. Prepare to be blown away as we kick things off with one of the Bahamas' beloved artists. You're raking and scraping with Ira Store, Nishi LS, and Phil Stubbs Live.
Sponsored by Kalik and Ron Ricardo. Nassau Cruise Port, the place to be.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. We are now inviting passengers on board for the new JetBlue CIBC First Caribbean credit card. Earn up to 30,000 bonus True Blue points with your first transaction and earn on everyday purchases. Plus, get up to 10,000 anniversary bonus points every year after. Please fasten your seatbelts and prepare for takeoff. Visit CIBCFCIB.com/JetBlue for more information on where Blue can take you.
This is Guardian Radio 96.9 FM, Nassau, Bahamas.
Tired of banks forcing you to use technology to bank the way they want you to? Your convenience is important. So no matter what your banking needs, Commonwealth Bank's friendly staff are always available in branch for that personal one-on-one service. But when you choose technology, our online and mobile banking app offers you state-of-the-art functionality. The choice is yours. Commonwealth Bank. Bank the way you want.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Are you ready to catapult your business into the spotlight? Introducing Guardian Business Boost.
Ignite your success, and it's absolutely free to join.
Did you say free? Yes. Free! Guardian Business Boost is not just a program. It's your ticket to unprecedented visibility and growth. The Guardian Media Group is committed to helping the Bahamas prosper. New opportunities for small businesses, who are the key drivers of that growth. How does it work? It works by first registering your business with the Guardian Business Boost at thenassauguardian.com. Then, each month, Guardian Media will pick and boost 5 businesses with 1 month of free ads across our multiple advertising platforms. The Nassau Guardian newspaper, website, Guardian Radio 96.9, Star 106 Hits, and all social media platforms. Catapult your business into the spotlight with Guardian Business Boost. Sign up for free today at thenassauguardian.com.
And again, good afternoon. So happy it's Thursday, a cool Thursday here on Guardian Radio 96.9. This is Talking Heads, brother. This is Pearly in the house. How y'all doing? Sports time. Boy, that was good. Oh, one last text I didn't read. I got to read this. Good evening. The government needs to increase this. I know the groups one. Hear this. Government needs to increase the seed money to $300,000 for all A groups and $150,000 for B groups. Increase the laps to 2. Start at the Hilton. Break at Elizabeth Avenue, rush the entire Shirley Street. interesting. Very, very interesting. They almost started the Hilton High. The hole basically go all the way back there. That's where the rollover is. But I mean, okay, that's another suggestion. So what's happening? Oh, some good things happening in sports. Ah, boy, let's get right into it. You know, let's look at today in sports history. Brought to you by Naughty Johnny's. Where did I put that? Did I lose that? Here it is. Today is Thursday, January 4th. And happening on 1883, the Ontario Rugby Football Union was formed. The organization was the forerunner of the CFL. In 1920, the National Negro Baseball League was organized. In 1957, the Dodgers bought a 44-passenger twin-engine airplane for $775,000. They were the first team to own their own plane. Dodgers. In 1957, former heavyweight boxing champ Joe Louis appeared on the Steve Allen Show to introduce singer Solomon Burke. Burke performed Louis, "You Can Run, But You Can't Hide." In 1974, NBC TV presents hockey in the prime time. The Boston Bruins and the New York Rangers were the team in the National Hockey League game. In 1975, the Montreal Canadiens beat the Washington Capitals 10-0. In 1976, the Dallas Cowboys became the first wildcard team to make it to the Super Bowl. They beat the Los Angeles Rams 37-30 in the NFC title game. In 1977, Mary Shane was hired by the Chicago White Sox as the first woman TV play-by-play announcer. In 1982, Brian Gumbel moved from NBC Sports to the anchor desk, where he joined Gene Pauley as the co-host of Today Show on NBC. In 1983, the USFL, United States Football League, held its first player draft. I had a cousin who played for them. In 1984, Wayne the Great won Gretzky, the GOAT, scored 8 points, 4 goals, and 4 assists for the second time in his National Hockey League NHL career. Edmonton Oilers defeated the Minnesota North Stars 12-8. The game was the highest scoring NHL game to date. The North Stars are now known as the Dallas Stars. In 1992, Mike Gartner, New York Rangers, scored his 1,000th career point. In 1996, Don Shula announced his retirement from coaching the Miami Dolphins after 26 seasons. In 1997, the New York Rangers won their 2,000th game as an NHL franchise. Wayne Gretzky assisted in 4 second-period goals. In 1999, former professional wrestler Jesse Ventura was sworn as a Minnesota 37 governor. In 2003, the Green Bay Packers lost 27-20 to the Atlanta Falcons in the NFC wildcard game. It was the first time that the Packers had lost a playoff game at home. And the sport quote of the day: "The art of running the mile consists, in essence, of reaching the threshold of unconsciousness at the instant of breasting the tape." Paul O'Neill, writer. Let me say with that. That's interesting stuff. Very, very interesting. So that's today in sports history, brought to you by Naughty Johnny's. And what's going on in the home court, brought to you by Burger King. You see what's going on. Clock set to hit the courts. Bahamian collegiate tennis player ready for second half of season. Conference play gets underway for Bahamian collegians. I see AJ Storr at Wisconsin is doing really well. Big Ten basketball. And BLTA lays out aggressive agenda for 2024. That is interesting stuff. Interesting stuff. Boy, yeah, my Dolphins hurt my heart last week. But who's in and who's out? Brought to us by Tropical Gyros. You know, the final 12 today is going to have Rich Eisen, and he's going to talk about the scenarios for all the playoffs. Who's in and who's out in the playoffs. He's going to talk to you what has to happen. Like if the Dolphins beat the Buffalo Bills, the Dolphins are the number 2 seed, and the Dolphins will be the AFC East, and they will host again for the bumper game with Buffalo in Miami. If the Dolphins lose to Buffalo, Buffalo automatically becomes the East Conference champion. They become the number 2 seed, and Miami needs to go to Kansas City to play. If Buffalo loses and Jacksonville wins and Pittsburgh wins, sayonara Buffalo. If Buffalo loses and Jacksonville wins and Pittsburgh wins, then Buffalo's in. There's a bunch of scenarios. There are actually 20 teams in the NFL who still can make the playoffs. By some kind of hook or crook, some mathematical genius kind of stuff can still make the playoffs. So this is one of the first times that the league goes down to the last season where it really counts for a lot of teams, and a lot of teams are not in the playoffs yet. So it's going to be kind of fun to see. We got a call on the line already. Let's see. What's going on? Caller, what you saying?
Yeah, Pearly. Everything cool?
Hey, my brother, what's happening? Everything cool, man. What you saying?
And in 2024, the Lakers get their skin cut by the Miami Heat.
Sure
last
did.
night.
We sure did. We got an embarrassing beat by the Miami Heat. We should have beat Miami.
2024.
Yes, boy. And listen, I know you was going to call. I thought you was going to at least give him 2 minutes to do some other things.
Yeah, Lakers getting some cut skin. And it shows that LeBron getting old and AD is just limbo.
Actually,
you guys need to regroup.
I don't know if it's them. There's an article in Bleacher Report today that says that there's some discontent in the Lakers with the way Darvin Ham has been switching up the lineup. He's already used 10 different starting lineups, and I think some people are getting a little perturbed by that. You know,
but who run the team? LeBron James?
No, LeBron don't run no team. LeBron don't run. Don't fool yourself with that, man. Don't fool yourself with that. That don't happen. That don't happen. Don't fool yourself. Don't cost me give X, man. That don't happen, man. Darvin Ham, no.
I thought it was LeBron.
No, you thought wrong. You keep talking a pop.
Well, you know, and the thing about it is we beat you all without Jimmy Butler.
I see that.
My God. Man.
You guys shot the lights out. Tyler Hero, you guys shot the lights out.
That boy could shoot, boy.
And Robinson, too, shot the lights out.
Yeah.
Y'all came out there and y'all let us gunning. Y'all came out gunning and the ball was dropping. So
in L.A.
In L.A. And then L.A. couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. They couldn't buy a bucket if they had plenty of money. They just couldn't.
That's sick.
It was ridiculous. I did extend myself with some curse words.
I know Chubb out for us on Sunday against Buffalo.
Chubb is out altogether.
Yeah, he's out for the season.
Chubb is done. You had a lot of guys in practice. We don't quite know yet who's going to play from who's not going to play.
Mm-hmm. And Tyreek Hill just had a fire.
Yeah, but he's going to play. I think Waddle's going to be back in. Mostert is going to be back in.
Well, as long as Hill and Waddle in and Mostert, we good. I'm
not too sure if Xavier Howard is going to be in. I know, and Armstead, I think he's going to play. Robert Hunt is back.
Who?
Robert Hunt, the defensive player is back.
Okay.
So he's back, and I think we're going to get a O-lineman back as well.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So but probably by tonight or tomorrow they'll come out and say who.
They'll give a report.
They'll give the injury report. But I know who didn't practice yesterday. A lot of guys didn't practice yesterday. Some guys had limited practice. The thing about it is we got 17 people that reported on our injury list for this game, and Buffalo had 2.
They only got 2?
So they're pretty healthy in terms of that. I mean, I say pretty healthy in terms of players playing. I mean, Josh Allen has some issues.
Listen, we home. We can find them up. I don't remember that.
We're home. I don't think that the Bills' defense has been playing the way they want. We were able to get 160 rushing yards on Baltimore, even though they marched us up.
What we need to do is get some quick points off on them.
Yeah, I think.
And they need to confuse. The defenses need to confuse Josh Allen, keep rushing him and confuse him, and get him off his game.
I believe Miami can win that game. I really believe Miami can win that game.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter. It's just a matter of seeing what's going on.
Yeah.
You know, but
all right, Pearly.
Okay, brother. Thanks for calling in. But just to take a quick look at what's going on with the playoff picture right now. If the season was to end today, they don't have no more games. Miami will be the number 2. They'll play in Indianapolis. The Chiefs will play Buffalo, and the Jags will play the Browns. Of course, the Ravens will get the bye, and then another NFC. The 49ers would be the number 1. Dallas would host Green Bay. Detroit would host the Rams, and the Bucs would host Eagles. That's if everything ends today. But that ain't really how it goes. So don't build your hopes up too much, because when you look at the wild card right now, you got Cleveland, Buffalo, and Indianapolis. You got Cleveland is in. Buffalo's 10-6, and they can lose and become 10-7 and don't make it. Indianapolis 9-7. Then you got the Texans at 9-7. The Steelers at 9-7. The Broncos are 8-8. They still have an outside chance. As bad as the Bengals. So the outside chance is there. When you look at the NFC, they're in The Eagles are in. Then you got the Rams at 9-7, and the Green Bay Packers at 8-8. Then everybody else, the Seahawks and the Saints at 8-8. So there's a battle there as well. So anything can happen. And a lot of things, the other scenarios, some other teams can make the playoffs, so you don't think can make the playoffs. But that's if everything lines up in a straight line, and then you go to the left, and everything come back to another straight line, and then you come in the underline, and come another straight line, and then maybe that'll happen. And if not, you have to cross the T and dot the I. No. So there's all kind of different scenarios. So we got to see how that will happen. But it's going to be interesting to see. This weekend is going to be fun. Football is on Saturday and then Sunday. Okay? There's no football on Monday because the season ends on Sunday. So there's no football on Monday. Okay? So let's know that. And we'll see what happens. Okay? So we got football on Saturday. And we got football on Sunday. Okay? So Saturday you get the Steelers and the Ravens. And then the Ravens are already there, so you don't know if they're resting everybody. And then you get the Texans and the Colts. The winner of that team, I think, makes the playoffs. And then on Sunday, and we'll talk about it later, you get the Bills and the Dolphins. You get the Falcons and the Saints. The Jags and the Titans. The Vikings at Detroit. Detroit may rest because they're already in. The Jets at the Patriots. Tampa Bay at Carolina. Cleveland at Cincinnati. Seahawks at Arizona. The Bears at the Packers, the Eagles at the Giants, the Rams at the 49ers. It's a scary game for the Rams because the 49ers probably resting. The Broncos at the Raiders, the Chiefs at the Chargers, and the Cowboys at the Commanders. Boy, Cowboys don't lose that game, but Cowboys are in. The Cowboys are basically in the playoffs. They just got to win, and they'll be the number 2 seed. Just got to win. They got to be the Commanders. No matter what else happens, they'll be the Commanders. The Cowboys are number 2 seed. If the Commanders beat them, then they're in trouble. They drop back to number 5 or 6. And then they'll be in big, big trouble. So everything for this weekend is going to be exciting. You cannot not watch football this weekend. And then next Monday, you got the college football championships, which would be, that's what, the 9th? Is that the 9th? Is it? The 10th is Wednesday, Thursday, the 8th. The college football championships, and that's Washington and Michigan. Number 1 against number 2. All right, in Texas. So happy to see Alabama lose. Always happy to see Alabama lose in this house. So so this weekend is your last good fix of football outside of the playoffs. And then you got the playoffs start and then you finish. But this the last fix of everybody playing football. And then you could start feeling the anxiety as every week goes, certain fellas get sent up, and then you only got the Super Bowl. And then it's all over in February. Then we get right into baseball. Isn't it great? Isn't sports a great thing to do? Basketball would be flowing really good. The NBA is just about at the midway point. I think about 50 more games. Something there. Just about, I think next week or week after next is the midway point. That'll be fun. Then get an all-star break, and then it really heats up. Then it really, really heats up. And then the baseball training camp starts. And then baseball starts in March, end of March, where the Dodgers and the Padres go into Seoul, South Korea to play, to kick the season off. And then everybody start playing ball. Then it's the madness of summer. Then right back to September for football again. Before you know, you'll be September, be playing football again, then 2024, then fly straight through football, come back. So that's the fun part of it. So don't worry, but we can have some good things going on in sports, especially with football. I'm excited about the playoffs. If the Dolphins win the division, you can hear my mouth. I will be that guy. If the Dolphins go to Kansas City, I think we get a good. We're in the playoffs, so that's that. I mean, I know we got one more game. We got one more playoff game. I'd rather do it home. But Stephen A. Smith kind of pissed me off today and said he's sick and tired of it. We got to show them something. You can't just be hiding in the confines of home and winning. You got to go on the road and do something. So if we have to go to Kansas City and spank them, then fine. And me and Mr. Kansas City will have a conversation if that adventure, but I don't think that can happen. I think the Dolphins can host Buffalo in the first round of the playoffs. So that means we'll have them 3 and beat them 2 out of 3. That ain't bad. That ain't bad at all. 2 out of 3, I can live with that. I can live with that any day of the week and twice on Sundays. Who would you call your MVP? I think Lamar Jackson is the hands-on favorite right now. Hands-on favorite, hands down, or whatever favorite you want to call him. But they're still trying to find a way to give this thing to Josh Allen. Why? Finding a way to try. Oh, if he comes to Miami and he get off, he should have it. No, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson have proven he's the MVP of the league. He beat the big boys. Spank up the big boys. So he should be able to have, he should have the MVP. They keep trying to find a way to give. And Josh Allen was not spectacular against Patriots. I don't know why he's still in the money. 160 yards passing. Yeah, he come up with a key touchdown. Yeah, okay. What sense that make? They don't even talk about Tua anymore as the MVP in the MVP count. So I got to take that. But if Tua goes off, they're saying if Josh Allen goes off on the Dolphins, he should be in the money. If Tua, does that mean if Tua goes off on the Bills, he should be in the money? Da-da. Or do we let that go? Da-da. I like that. Da-da. Yeah. Lamar Jackson is the MVP of the league. Now, you may want to consider who is the offensive player of the league. That could be Tyreek Hill. That could be McCaffrey, offensive player of the year. There's the MVP and there's offensive player. I think if Hill goes off 100-plus yards, yeah, he should be in the money. McCaffrey may not play this week and he may rest. So that may cost him the offensive player of the year award because he's resting. Hill playing Sunday because we got to win that division. Have you noticed there's been a whole lot of injuries this year? I mean, Miami made the end of the season have all kind of key injuries. Chubb out for the season. This one hurt, that one hurt. You're supposed to have these injuries in September, October, and be healthy in December, January. But the Dolphins do it the other way around. So there's some concern there about them with their injuries. Will they be ready? Will they be able to perform? But I think they got enough on the offensive line to do it, on the offensive side of the ball to do it. Dallas should probably beat the Commanders. I don't see a problem with that. So Dallas will win the AFC East. And you know, Naughty said it. I'm giving credit where credit due. The NFC East has not had a repeat champion for many times. And again, it will not have a repeat champion. Again, they will not have a repeat champion. Every year, there's a different team that wins the division. This year, it looks like it's going to be the Dallas Cowboys if they hold on and beat the Washington Commanders. If they hold on and beat the Washington Commanders, they would be the NFC champions. But that's a big if. Don't forget, Nassau Cruise Sport presents Phil Stubbs live at the Amphitheater on Saturday, January 13th. Join Phil Stubbs, Nishila Ellis, and Ira Storr and the Plank Band for an amazing night of pure Bahamian music. Sponsored by Kalik and Ron Ricardo. General admission is $50. VIP $75. Skypods also available. Get your tickets now on BahamasTickets.com. That's Phil Stubbs and friends live in the Nassau Cruise Port on Saturday, January 13th. January 13th. Do not miss it. You hear me? Do not miss it. Check out Jokers Wild as well. They got a new comedian in. Naughty is the house comedian. Naughty kind of funny, you know. He got some good jokes. So you should probably check them out this weekend. I read this thing earlier, and now they get me all hungry for the jalapeno burger. But John's, the authorized dealer for ChefWorks, Chefware, the most respected global culinary brand. John's carries chef jackets, chef pants, aprons, and hats, all designed to keep culinary professionals cool and comfortable. John's is also now carrying chef knife sets by Mercer Culinary, tools that make a better chef. Available at John's Careware, Rosetta Street, and Carmichael Road. And then, we got the oven-toasted turkey sandwiches, deliciously topped with turkey, cheddar, bacon, crisp lettuce, and your choice of zesty jalapeno, chipotle, or creamy avocado on toasted sourdough slices. Make it a combo with a refreshing iced tea and a bag of classic Lay's chips. That's a Dunkin'. And then Jokers Wild, is the Lannis Hotel. They open Tuesday to Sundays, opens at 8:15, show is at 9 o'clock. It's mature audience, 18 years old suggested. Payment method for tickets, only cash and all payment method for tickets only. Cash and all major credit cards accepted except American Express. If you want to check it out, call 363-2000, extension 64-002, or for reservations via the email jokerswireatlantis@yahoo.com. That's cool. And then the Jalapeno Rodeo. The new Jalapeno Rodeo burger is here and is ready to ride your taste buds into a frenzy. The burger is packed with flavors from crispy onions and barbecue sauce to the fried jalapenos. So saddle up and get ready for a wild ride. The Jalapeno Rodeo burger is available for a limited time. But I go on for that as soon as this show over. Don't tell my kids because, they should have been watching what I eat now. Texter. Pearly, I don't need Dolphins to beat Buffalo, so Steelers... Pearly, I need the Dolphins to beat Buffalo so Steelers can make wild card because we already beat Baltimore this season. So I know we will beat them again. Now, at Steelers Nation. Okay. So you need me now. You need my Dolphins. You didn't ride my Dolphins now. You need my Dolphins. Okay, no problem. No problem. We can take our first break. When we come back, we can talk a little bit about what's going on in baseball. Any signings that come. I hear the Yankees made a good offer to sale. And the picks. And then we got Rich Eisen coming at 12-2 to give us his breakdown on the NFL playoffs. So this is Pearly with Talking Heads and Guardian Radio 96.9 FM. We'll be right back.
Just like every Christmas, let KFC bring all your favorite family members together at the table with you, the essential one, the one bringing the chicken. Get that fried chicken holiday vibe with a juicy festive big box loaded with 2 pieces of your favorite fried chicken, 4 pieces of our real nuggets of 100% white meat, fries, a biscuit, corn, a delectable strawberry parfait, and a medium soda. Make your Christmas unique with the taste of KFC.
Nassau Cruise Port presents Phil Stubbs Live at the all-new Nassau Cruise Port Amphitheater. January 13th. Gates open at 7 p.m. Showtime 9 p.m.
Book your tickets now at BahamasEtickets.com.
General admission $50, 75 VIP. Prepare to be blown away as we kick things off with one of the Bahamas' beloved artists. You're raking and scraping with Ira Storr, Nishi LS, and Phil Stubbs Live.
Sponsored by Kalik and Ron Ricardo. Nassau Cruise Port, the place to be.
Play with Island Games, we making dreams come true. Play with Island Games, we paying more out to you. Don't mind the noise in the market, you getting cash in your pocket. 'Cause Island Games is spicy, and spicy is tradition. So when you play Island Games, we putting Bahamians first, guaranteed to pay. Island Games, we like them other jokers, we've been here from the start, from the bike to computer. Island Games, we gonna make your dreams come true. We playing with Island Games.
Cancer Treatment Centers of America is now City of Hope, creating one of the leading cancer care and research networks from coast to coast, providing more of what you need. More locations means more care closer to home. More specialists means more expertise. More research means more breakthroughs. More advancements means more treatment options. And more options means more hope. Learn more at cancercenter.com.
And welcome back. Welcome back. I always wanted, that show that used to be on Welcome Back, Carter? I used to love watching that. Try singing. I couldn't sing. I wouldn't be able to sing to carry a tone if you give me the money. So, baseball is coming up. I see the Yankees have signed. Let me do this. I need to ask the help of some people. I'm looking. I'm asking everybody. When you're trying to impress your girl, and they ask you to keep the dog, and you say yeah, and you do a good job of keeping the dog, and then the dog runs out of the house and somebody snatch it. Yes. So I'm asking your help to find Sushi. It's a black Shih Tzu. It's lost in the Chipping Arm area. Blue collar. Anybody have any information, feel free to let me know. It's very important. Very, very important. And I'm asking you, my listeners, to check around, especially my Chipping Arm people. Sushi, a very friendly dog, answers to Sushi. Beautiful, wonderful dog. And if anybody have any information on it, I'd be most appreciative if you would give me a call. Thank you so much. This is Talking Heads with Pearly. I just wanted to get that in there like that. Carly on the air. How you doing, man?
Oh, yeah, Carly, this is just starting a race along with you, Paulie.
Hey, my brother, what's happening?
Right here, we need justice law in the Bahamas here.
Yes, we do.
Uh-huh.
That's it? Carly gone? Okay, all right, that's cool. That's cool. So I was looking at earlier, I somebody asked me, how come you know all these sports and all that? I have a number of apps on my phone. I have Bleacher Report, I have The Score, I have ESPN, I have Yahoo Sports, I have NBC Sports. And I just do a quick cursory glance every day to check it out and see what's going on. We got another call on the line, Mr. Medusa, to see what's going on. And that's what I do. Call you on the air.
Yeah, you wasn't hearing me, Paulie.
No, okay, what's happening?
No, he haven't given you any information for me.
Say that again? Say that again?
No, he haven't given you any information for me.
No, you mean for the Heat jersey?
Right.
No, he didn't. I think he may have forgotten. I'll remind him about it, and I'm sure he'll have it for you by tomorrow.
Actually, okay.
But I'll check into it. He's listening, so he's hearing that right. Naughty Road Boy.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Okay. Yeah, Naughty had promised to get him, to assist him and showing him how to guiding him into getting a Heat jersey. Big Heat fan there. Big Heat fan there. So, Naughty, get to it, Naughty. But I just wanted to check it out. There's a lot of players now looking at, Snell talking, but he wants to go to the Yankees. They say the Yankees have no interest in Igma Naga, who's is a top left-hand pitcher from Japan. The Dodgers have some interest in him. We got money, man. We got money. And he's looking like $100 million a year. Stroman, a lot of people had put the picture from Chicago Cubs in the Yankees, looking at the Yankees. The Yankees have no interest. It is not on their radar. This is some interesting stuff. Snell, the pitcher from the Padres, who had a brilliant year last year. I'm glad he's leaving. He wants to go to the Yankees. Fine, go. See you later, alligator. That's better for me in terms of my Dodgers, I see the Mets gave he's a former Yankee, also signed with the New York Mets, Bader, $10 million deal. Okay? So that's some interesting. The Padres signed the Korean pitcher, Woo Suk-go. A right-arm pitcher. He got a 2-year, $4.5 million deal. So I think he's probably a second-tier pitcher, probably a number 4 or 5 pitcher. Okay? Montgomery is still out there. That's the pitcher from, oh, Lord of mercy. Pitcher from Texas. All right? So the Rangers most likely can bring him back, but I don't know. Okay? So that's basically where we at when it comes down to what's going on in baseball. Oh, Hader. The Yankees, the Dodgers, and the Phillies also the Tigers are the front runners to getting Josh Hader, the closer. He wants like 15, 20 mil. So I don't know. I guess the Yankees and the Dodgers and the Phillies maybe have the money to get him. Anyone that can get him will be a good pickup for them. So let's see how that goes there. I'm keep a close eye on that because free agency should start picking up this week. By this weekend and next week, you should start seeing a lot more people signing because February right around the corner. That's when spring training starts. Okay, so you're gonna see what's going on with that there. That'll be some interesting stuff. Gotta love it. All right. NCAA basketball is picking up. We got AJ Stowe at Wisconsin. Check him out. He's a good ball player. He's been like a spark plug to the team. Come off the bench and just get them going. My girl Angel Reese is doing well at LSU, number 7 ranked. They got 1 loss. They're playing some good basketball now. Caitlin Clark from Iowa. That young lady can shoot the basketball. She did a buzzer beater the other night. I think she's been scoring averaging 30, 40 points a game. Probably considered the best player in NCAA women's basketball right now. Should be the number 1 pick in WNBA next year. But she's doing some good stuff. I see Draymond Green is expected to return to the Warriors pretty soon. He's been doing some counseling. So he'll probably in another couple of days, probably by the weekend, he'll probably be back, or early next week he'll be back. I hope that the counseling has helped. I see the Alabama Kool-Aid McKenzie and Teron Arnold, the two top cornerbacks for Alabama, will not be returning next year. They're going to test the NFL market, so they're going to be gone. That's interesting. Ricky Rubio, the point guard, I think from Spain, He's retiring. Okay, so that's fine. I see Dalvin Cook left the Jets. They part ways, and the Ravens grab him up right away. So he's going to be a backup running back for the Baltimore Ravens going into the playoffs. That's very interesting. All right. I see the Red Sox are looking to trade Kenley Jensen. There's a talk that he could be coming back to L.A., to the Dodgers. I don't know, but they're talking he could be coming back to L.A., so that's going to be something interesting to see. Kenley Jensen coming back to the L.A., so I don't know how to take that, you know? I don't know how to take that. I really don't know how to take that because I was pissed at him so many times, blowing saves. And then he had a pretty decent 2-year run when he left and ran in Atlanta and a run in Boston. So I'm like, maybe he could come back. But if I have a choice, I want Josh Hader. Love to bringing Kenley back to LA will be great for him in his confidence, and he might just come and perform and give us an outstanding chance. He had an opportunity to win another World Series. So that'll be good to see. Oh boy. Picks and more picks. For today, January 4th. Who's playing who? Man, you said he do my Lakers last night? Embarrassing. Lakers suck. Lakers are terrible. And Darvin Ham is mixing up the roster, and that's pissing off the players. But the next thing that's getting to me about this is we're using LeBron and AD too much. We got nothing left when April, May come around. Nothing will be left. Absolutely nothing will be left in them. The bench players or the Lakers got to make a move because that Laker team sucks. That Laker team is crappy. I tell you that. I'm a Laker fan. That Laker team ain't ready. The best team in LA is now the Clippers. And we can see it this weekend. I hope we beat the Clippers. We get Ja Morant on Friday, they get the Clippers hitting on Sunday or Monday. All right, so we can see. We will see. I don't know, boy. I just don't know. There are only 2 NBA games tonight. 2 really good NBA games tonight. Well, one really, really good one and one okay good one. All right, you got the Bucks at the Spurs. Bucks are 10.5-point favorite. Spurs are not playing good basketball. They're not. I feel it for the kid. I feel it for the Frenchman. I'm really feeling for him. I'll take the Bucks and the points. You look at the Nuggets and the Warriors. Nuggets at Golden State. 3.5 points. Boy, Steph looked good the other night. The jump shot was on. I don't know. I'm scared of this one. I'll take the Nuggets on the money line. I don't know. That's a little scary. That is a little scary. That is a little scary. I really don't know. Boy. I see my LSU and the NCAA women. We'll be looking at a couple of them. LSU playing Missouri tonight. LSU at home. I'll go with LSU. There's no spread. I don't know why they don't give spread for the female women. I don't know that. But I'll pick LSU over Missouri today. I'll take Gonzaga women over Portland. There's a really good game between Florida State and NC State. Florida State, number 22, against number 3, NC State. NC State got a good team. I like them. I like them over Florida State tonight at home. I like South Carolina going to Florida and spanking them today, too. I like that Notre Dame. They had a bad loss. But that was a little scary. Let's look at the men. You got Temple of South Florida. South Florida got a good, gutsy team. A really good, gutsy team. I like South Florida over Temple today. Penn State and Michigan State. Michigan is a 13-point favorite. I'll take Michigan on the spread today. Memphis at Tulsa. Tulsa 9.5. I'll take Memphis on the money line. James Madison and Louisiana. I'll take James Madison and the spread. Oregon and Washington. Interesting. I'll take Washington and the money line. Minnesota, Michigan. Big Ten matchup. Michigan got a little better team. I take Michigan and the money line as well. One thing you can say, Gonzaga will always be in the money for a national title somewhere. They only ranked 24th now, but by the end of the year, Gonzaga going to be there.
They're going to beat it. They got Pepperdine tonight. They can put a good beating on Pepperdine. 20-point favorite? I don't know. Let's just take the money line. Colorado and Arizona. Ah, boy. I don't know. I'll take Arizona. They got 12, and I'll take Arizona in the money line. Okay. We got some hockey today, too. I'm just giving you a couple things on there. There's only 2 NBA games and no football today. I'll just give you a couple other things to look at. All right. I can't understand why we have no Thursday night football today. That's annoying. That is really annoying. So the Buffalo Sabres and the Montreal Canadiens. I'll take the Sabres today. You got the Bruins, I'll take the Bruins. The Rangers, who probably the best team in hockey right now. Don't quote me on that. Then against the rookie sensation in the Blackhawks. I like the Rangers. I like the Rangers today, yeah. I like the Rangers. I can stay away from anything else. I've not given hockey a lot of consideration this year so far. So I'm not going to get myself in trouble and try to pick too many things in hockey. And then somebody call me Vex, puff up and mad. Because I am 100% certain what's going on with hockey. But do not forget, the Nassau Cruise Sport and Zaymar Production presents Phil Stubb Live just January 13th. Also performing is Nishi LS and Ira Store and the Spying Band. Tickets are $50 general admission, $75 VIP, available at BahamasTickets.com. At the Plantation Bar and Grill, Caves Heights, and Miniso, and the Mall and Marathon. Doors open at 7 p.m., showtime at 9 p.m. That should be kind of cool. That should be some fun stuff to watch. Don't forget about check that out. All right, don't forget to check out the new Jalapeno Rodeo at Burger King. That should be good stuff. And I think I can check out Naughty this weekend with Joker's Wild and see what's happening with George, if he's funny as Naughty say he is. I don't know what else we can look at and worry about. Rich Eisen is going to give us a good rundown on what's going on with the NFL in terms of who's going to be who. He got this thing as a science. You know, he got this thing, and he's going to give you, if this happened, could that happen? If that happened, this can happen. If that don't happen, this can happen. And he's going to give you a good rundown on what's going on with the NFL and the picks. And who can make the playoffs, who will not make, what's the scenarios. All I want is the Dolphins to beat Buffalo on Sunday night at 8:20 as the game starts. Just beat them up, and that's all I need. That's all I need, and then I'm happy as a lamb. And then you can't complain or nothing like that. All right? But it's been a pretty good show. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we got the final 12 and a half with Rich Eisen, who's going to talk about the playoff scenario. And then we'll be back tomorrow with Naughty at 5 o'clock. We'll do the picks for the NFL weekend for Saturday and Sunday games. See what Naughty has to say about his Dallas Cowboys, whether they're on the upset alert. I can tell him that, I can pick the Commanders to beat him. That's to piss him off and get him really, really upset tomorrow. If the Dolphins win, we're the number 2 seed. We'll host Buffalo in the playoffs. If the Dolphins lose, become the number 6 seed, and we go to Kansas City. Either way, the Dolphins are all right. Either way, we're going to be fine. But I want to beat Buffalo. I want to send a message and let them know that the Dolphins should be the AFC champions. I'm excited about football. I'm excited about the playoffs. I hope you are. I hope you're excited to see that this is our last couple of weeks so the Jones can come on. You got to watch it, get as much of us into, and then we move into baseball and the rest of the basketball season. Thank you for listening. Thank you for joining me, and thank you for all the calls. Thank you for all the texts. Thank you for the encouraging. And don't forget, look out for sushi. This has been Pearly with Talking Heads. It's been a great day. It's been a great time. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time. Take care.
Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. If you want those slacks hemmed or just taking the waist, then fine threads is your place. If you wanna look suave and debonair everywhere you go, like you're supposed to be in a video, wanna step out and look great, then fine threads is your place. Refined style with elegant taste, then fine threads is your place. Is your place. Is your place.
This holiday season, come into John's for all your footwear and fashion needs, where we have women, men, and children covered for work, church, play, or the party in your life. Jewelry, handbags, and of course, gift cards in any amount make a great gift for friends and family. And there is our small appliance section. Need a new outfit for the season? Check out our John's fast fashion clothing stores. Our John's Career Store is the perfect gift shop for a nurse or anyone in healthcare. Come in store or shop online at johnsshoes.com for same-day delivery or free next-day delivery. Happy holidays and Merry Christmas, Bahamas, from John's Shoes.
Struggling to repay your loan? Let us help you get back on track with payment terms that suits your financial situation and improve your credit score and credit report with the Bahamas Credit Bureau. Inquire about our restructured loans today. Call us at 356-7764.
Jingle all the way around the world with Shell this Christmas. Win $30,000 in prizes when you spend $20 in fuel at any Shell location now through January 5th. Enter now to win 2 round-trip tickets to the Miami Dolphins and Buffalo Bills game, or see the world with a $5,000 travel voucher. Weekly winners will be selected to win thousands of dollars in free fuel, grocery, and many more fabulous prizes. Fuel up and get your receipt for a chance to win with Shell now through January 5th, 2024.
Nassau Cruise Port presents Phil Stubbs Live at the all-new Nassau Cruise Port Amphitheater, January 13th. Gates open at 7 p.m., showtime 9 p.m.
Book your tickets now at BahamasEtickets.com.
General admission $50, 75 VIP. Prepare to be blown away as we kick things off with one of the Bahamas' beloved artists. You're raking and scraping with Ira Store, Nishi LS, and Phil Stubbs Live.
Sponsored by Kalik and Ron Ricardo. Nassau Cruise Port, the place to be.
In the NFC, all right, there are 64 scenarios for the 4, 6, and 7 seed. The 4 seed is kind of simple. If the Tampa Bay Buccaneers win, they are the 4 seed and they're in the playoffs. If they lose, then the winner of the Saints and the Falcons win the NFC South, and they are the 4 seed. So you got that. But unbelievably, Tampa has no scenarios. Let me make sure I'm getting this right. I saw all this before the show. Make sure I'm getting this right. Yeah, Tampa has 0 scenarios in which they're the 7 seed. So they're either in as the 4 or they're out.
Wow.
Okay? The Atlanta Falcons have 0 scenarios where they are the 7 seed. They're either the 4 or they're out. For some reason, don't ask me why. As Billy Joel once famously said in the Glass Houses album, the Saints have 2 scenarios in which they could be the 7 seed.
Hey, here we go.
And there's a chance.
You want to read those off?
And because the Bucs have a playoff clinching scenario with a tie, but the bottom line is, here's the deal. The Saints can still make it even when they lose. I don't know what to tell you. Well, no, they win and then they're in as the 7 seed.
Yeah, they involve Arizona winning.
Because it's a playoff clinching scenario involved like with common opponents or whatever.
Yeah.
Even
when you lose, I win.
And I promised I'd try to make it simple for you. So here you go. Well, don't be confused. There are, of the 64 different scenarios for the 6 and 7 seeds, the Rams are in all 64 of them. They've clinched. The Packers are in 38 of the 64, just over half. Okay? 16 of the 64 scenarios, the Seahawks are in. 6 of the 64 scenarios, the Vikings are in. And in the scenarios for the New Orleans Saints, to make it as a 7 seed, pardon me, there's 4 different scenarios where they can make it still. And so that's your chances of your team getting in the playoffs as a wild card in the NFC. The Bucs can't make it as a wild card. The Falcons can't make it as a wild card. But the Packers, Seahawks, Vikings, and Saints can. Make sense? Thank you.
So what's that? Is that it?
No, it is not. It is not. In the AFC, 32 playoff clinching scenarios. Half of them have Miami showing up in Kansas City for the wild card. Oof. Bottom line, if the Bills beat the Miami Dolphins, if they lose, they're locked as the 6th seed. So on Sunday night when you're watching that game, if the Dolphins lose, you get Tyreek Hill going to Arrowhead and Super Wild Card Weekend.
Let's go.
Correct. 20 of the 32 scenarios have the Jaguars in. Half of them are the Jaguars winning the division. The Jaguars have scenarios in which they lose. They're in as the 7th seed in the American Football Conference playoffs. And if you could pop that AFC color-coded chart on the screen for those watching on the Roku channel, that's the teal you see under the 7 column. See the 4 Jacksonville scenarios where they can lose their game in Tennessee and still make the playoffs. Okay? Now then, 16 of the 32 scenarios that you see on the screen have Houston, Pittsburgh, and Indianapolis in. Pittsburgh could wind up being the 6th seed as well under certain scenarios. And Pittsburgh and Jacksonville have clinching scenarios where they lose their games and still get in. And you know how that happens. It all involves a whole bunch of stuff that I will just quickly make as understandable as possible. Jacksonville makes the playoffs in the AFC if they lose under this following scenario. Here we go. Let me get it for you here. Oh my gosh, I got papers everywhere. And I don't have my glasses, damn it. Okay. Here you go. Thank you. On the screen. The playoff clinching scenarios that if they tie and the Steelers lose, or the Steelers and Broncos lose and the Texans and Colts don't end in a tie. All right. So the Steelers go first against the Ravens. And then the other clinching scenarios for the Pittsburgh Steelers where they can lose and still make it is if Jacksonville loses, Denver wins, and Houston and Indianapolis doesn't end in a tie. So
I think we're going to see Pittsburgh in the playoffs.
Well, that's entirely possible because, again, they're taking on a Ravens team that is not starting their MVP quarterback. In the Ravens not starting Lamar Jackson. However, this is why I'm leading up to this whole punch for you. The team that has the most on the line this weekend. I understand the Indianapolis Colts and the Texans are playing a playoff game. Whoever wins is in. And whoever wins might be in as the AFC South champion if the Jacksonville Jaguars lose the next day in Tennessee. And you just saw yesterday, we ended the show with Mike Vrabel giving a very impassioned speech about why it matters for them to win this game in Tennessee despite a lost season full of losses. I understand that. Shane Steichen and DeMeco Ryans can go to the playoffs and go to the playoffs with a home playoff game as division champions in their first season as head coaches in the NFL. That's a lot on the line, right? Jordan Love can make the playoffs by beating the Bears and putting ownership of the Bears in his name. Scratched out Aaron Rodgers in week 1, and he can continue to Sharpie that in to the ownership of the Bears as the quarterback of the Packers in week 18. That's big. Obviously, the NFC South is up for grabs. That's big. Pete Carroll would love to make the playoffs. I understand there's a lot on the line for everybody, and that's what we do in this business is talk about what's at stake, and everyone could use it. However, there's one team that has the most on the line this weekend, and it's the road team in the final game of this weekend in regular season. It's the Buffalo Bills. I left them out of this whole spiel about the scenarios and how many teams can be in and how many teams can be out and what are the odds and how many teams are in how many scenarios and all that stuff. Of the 32 playoff clinching scenarios in the AFC, again, this color-coded chart I started with right here, very simple, 28 of them have the Buffalo Bills in the playoffs. 28 of the 32. There's only 4 scenarios in which the Bills do not make the playoffs. And they are a team that can win the Super Bowl. This year, they're 3 on my power rankings list, and they have been living there for damn near a month. They are playing some of the best football in the NFL, and I know they struggled against the Chargers and the Patriots, and the Chargers and the Patriots are in the top 10 of the draft, some top 5 maybe. I get it. Games are tough to win in December and January when you're supposed to win them. And the other teams, as again, you heard from Mike Vrabel, they want to win. No, your team's not tanking. All right? They are playing some of the best football, and out of everybody that I just mentioned, with all due respect to Green Bay and Seattle and to everybody trying to win the South divisions in their respective conferences and Pittsburgh, which team were you talking about as possibly making the Super Bowl and winning it this year that could be out this weekend? That would be the Buffalo Bills. And they're going into Miami, which would be the 2 seed if they win. That's it. Miami is either the 2 seed or the 6 seed. If you put up that color-coded chart one more time on the AFC, you take a look and you see the Miami blue, light blue. It's either in the 2 or the 6. That's it. They're either hosting the Texans, they're either hosting the Colts, the Jaguars, Pittsburgh. They could be hosting Buffalo still, by the way. Buffalo has a chance to be the 7th seed. So the way that the Buffalo Bills are out, there's only 4 scenarios where they are out, is if they lose. Because you could see Miami. Would you want to be hosting Pittsburgh or Jacksonville or Indianapolis or Houston or even, Buffalo? Or would you rather be visiting Kansas City? You understand the way Kansas City looks, but you want to take that chance that they don't flip a switch? Gotcha. So Buffalo needs to win it because they could be the 2 seed. And here's a scenario in which they're out. If Pittsburgh wins in Baltimore, okay?
Okay.
We've already established that's feasible.
Yep.